Right, buddy. Manchester United versus Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. These are going to be your five things to expect from the game. We'll be talking Carrick's pressure, predicted team tactics, Bruno, Bournemouth, predict all of the stuff that we always talk about on game day. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. So, starting off, how we always do is the Manchester United team news. That's the team I'd go for there. Le Mans in net, Euro, Maguire, Shaw, Dallo, Mainu, Bruno, Casemiro, Cunha, SESKO, and Bournemouth. Now, a lot of people, if they want, you can argue with that team. I don't think personally there's much to really argue about. You can argue potentially bringing in Aiden Heaven for Maguire if he's not quite fit, but I don't know why you would do that. I think you need an experienced head in a tough away ground. Masraoui in for Dallo. Now, Masraoui was absent from training on Wednesday due to illness, so whether he's fit to start this game, probably not, but I'd keep Dallo in the game anyway. Shaw on the left, again, you're not going to bring anyone in. Casemiro, Mainu, are you going to change that? No, you're not. Who else do you have to bring in? Is there a drop-off in quality if you do replace them? Yes. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, is it crazy to say he's probably going to be our man of the match? He's been fantastic this season. Hopefully he does break that assist record. And then the front three, listen, the only real one that is contentious about that is in Bournemouth on the right. SESKO and Cunha have to start. I think you really do need physicality in this game. And, pardon me, SESKO offers you that in abundance. I think on the right, Ahmad or in Bournemouth. Listen, Ahmad didn't have the greatest game against Newcastle. I think getting in Bournemouth back into his best position where he can better operate would probably be better for him. Now, this is not saying that. Listen, I don't really have a preference. I've just gone with the Bournemouth because that's what I would do. SESKO through the middle and Cunha on the left does look like a real threat. He's looked better than in Bournemouth in the last few games. I think against Villa in particular, he was a real threat for large parts of the game. And that leads me on perfectly to Manchester United's threats. There's one threat, I think, in this game, and that is Bruno Fernandes. Now, away games against the run of play, Bournemouth are going to probably look to defend and block Bruno Fernandes, as I think Newcastle did very well. We couldn't get him into the game. Now, it's important for him, whether that's drifting out left, drifting out wide, out right, to get the ball. I think is something that Bruno will probably have to do in this game, and I expect him to do it anyway. That's where he got the assist from against Villa. I expect him to see him interchange with Mbeumo and Cunha in parts of the game, but he's someone for me who is United's danger man. He has been all season. He has been since he's joined. And the past few games we have seen a much more sort of like Bruno being a catalyst leading things, and I think in this game against Bournemouth we're gonna have to see the best of Bruno. And I think his performances have been so good. We all know he needs 5 assists to break the record. This probably won't be the game that he will do it. But again, if he can add to that, maybe get 1 or 2 assists, it's something that will hopefully be good for him. But he is our threat, whether that's passes in behind, crosses into the box, slowing down tempo, making a quick pass when he needs to. He is another threat for us. Now, in terms of other threat, I think Cunha, someone that we have to identify. I talked about it briefly then. He's been very good for United. In the Newcastle game, he was good. He could have had a goal. In the Villa game, he was fantastic. The goal he scored was fantastic. He could have had an assist as well, but I think his overall play. I think the Everton game was outstanding. I think in the last game, he was very good. And in this game, I just want to see the same. We know his ball carrying ability is fantastic. You just want to see him have a go at his fullback, and whether that's putting crosses into the far post, near post, beating his man and having a shot. I think it's a real threat from Cunha. Now, in terms of Mbeumo, if it is Mbeumo who starts, we just need to see something. The last 2 games have been iffy for him. I do expect him to just score a goal. Then that's something like his first season has been very good. I do expect him to get a goal in this game. I think his performances, I think he probably just needs he needs a goal for confidence really. I think it's been 5 or 6 games now where he hasn't scored. I think he just does need a bit of confidence, and maybe getting a goal would give him that sort of confidence that he needs. Again, there's no concern about the defensive ability for anything like that, but hopefully he can just get into the game. I think crosses are going to be key in this game for United. I think we put quite a few in that first half against Villa, whether that was Dallo putting a wicked cross, whether that was Cunha who put in a few, Casemiro was putting some in from deep, Bruno too. So crosses into the box are going to be key, and that's why I've also started SESKO for the aerial ability. And there's no better player for me in this United squad that's better getting onto crosses. The goals against Burnley, or the second goal against Burnley, brilliant. The goal against Fulham, great cross in by Bruno. The goal against what's the goal? I can't remember the goal. Oh, the goal against Palace, the head into the box. So yeah, listen, SESKO only loves to get into the box. Now let's talk number 3, Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth, they have been stinking up the gaff recently. 3 4 draws in their last 5 games, 3 of them being 0-0s. They're a team that don't really score goals and they really don't concede goals. They've got a very good defensive record in the past few games, and they're undefeated in quite a few. I think they're a team that's going to look to defend and hit Manchester United on the counter-attack. I think Bournemouth are a team you can definitely get at them. They had a wicked start to the season. This kind of patch for them's not been great. They've lost Semenyo, which is obviously key for them. But again, I think you can definitely get at them. If you press them high, you force them to make mistakes, you move the ball quick. I think United at times this season, and we've seen it in large parts of the first half in games, we've struggled to move the ball with any sort of tempo and any sort of pace. I think that's something that's important. You get players out of position, you switch defences, and you're able to kind of rely and exploit mistakes. And I think that's something that United have to do. You have to be quick in terms of shifting the ball. And that comes from Bruno, Casemiro, these sorts of players dictating play. Kobe Mainoo moving the ball back to front very, very quick, which United have done. We've done it perfectly in the game against Villa in that second half. That intensity was there. But we need to see that from minute 90. Now, as I said, I was talking about Bournemouth. Bournemouth have stunk up the gaff. They've got decent players. No game in the Premier League is easy. They're a decent team. They currently sit 10th in the Premier League table. Again, they've not had the kind of great end to the season. But they are a team who can always cause problems. It was that game in, I can't remember when it was, December time, that it was 4-4, and that was a chaotic game. So anything can happen in this game. United's form up at the Vitality Stadium, there's been quite a few draws in this game. The last time United won there was when Casemiro scored. Great pass by Ericsson, I remember that game. Now, the fourth thing, Bruno. I just want to talk about Bruno in this game because I think United will dominate possession, but it's going to be difficult to break them down. And I think Bruno is a key in this game, as I mentioned in the threat kind of section. We need Bruno to have a good game. I think Bruno's sort of impact on this team is fantastic, and Fernandes for me has been United's best player this season. Now again, we want him to break the assist record, but at times he's going to have to drop deep, and I think we're going to be looking for Bruno in this game. And I think if Bruno has a good game, I think United win. Now the fifth and final thing, the result. United won their last game 3-1, Bournemouth drew their last game 0-0. I don't think United get a clean sheet, although I would love a clean sheet. But I think it's going to be... I got the Villa score right, I believe. I think I said 3-1 or 2-1. I wasn't far off anyway. I definitely did mention 3-1 somewhere. I'm going to go another 3-1 United win. We're scoring goals at the moment. SESKO has the highest amount of shots per 90 in the Premier League. Bruno has the most assists. We're creating chances in the league. We've got the third amount of goals scored. I think there's going to be goals in this game. I know Bournemouth don't concede very much, a lot of goals, but United, the goal form, I think there's going to be goals. You let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you after the game with the match reaction and player ratings. But yeah, hopefully United get the 3 points. It's going to be absolutely key to get some distance on Villa, to be 4 points off City with them not playing until after the break. So that's vital.